I'm telling you, this is the most confusing video on the internet.
Wait, what is that?
So, I was wandering down a rabbit hole on YouTube, and I came across this video series called Skibidi Toilet.
Skibidi what?
Skibidi Toilet. Each upload is super disturbing, but it gets hundreds of millions of views.
Okay, so what exactly is it?
So listen, it all started in February of 2023 when a YouTuber uploaded the first episode. He created the videos just with Source FileMaker and Blender. It was a meme where it follows a talking head that pops out of a toilet, but now it's evolving to have a storyline.
They gave a guy in a toilet lore.
So, one day, the talking toilet heads decided they were going to take over the world. They infected the entire human race, and all they left were these individuals with suits and camera heads. Now, each video is a war between the toilet heads and the camera heads. The camera heads always find a way to win, but the toilets keep coming back stronger and harder.
Bro, what? So it's like an endless war?
Well, they have introduced new characters like speaker heads, but even TV heads, which has caused some theories. They're saying that engineers in the future created the virus that turns humans into toilets, and they accidentally sent it back into the past. They're now sending these non-human entities to stop them.
So the Skibidi Toilets are good?
Well, the Skibidi Toilets declared war against the whole planet. They caused pure destruction without caring who or what got hurt. They eventually took over and set up a police force. They harassed anyone that wasn't a toilet, but a group called the Alliance fought back.
Yeah, those are the camera head guys.
Yeah, so the cameramen were the first ones to step up and try and stop the Skibidi Toilets. But they weren't very strong. Every time they would defeat a wave of Skibidi Toilets, bigger and scarier toilets would show up. They eventually got so overwhelmed, they had to call for backup.
Hey, who are they gonna call? The Ghostbusters?
Well, they called on their Titan, which was a giant cameraman that was specifically engineered to battle the Skibidi Toilets. At first, it was able to defeat the strongest toilets with ease, but that changed when G-Man, the leader of the toilets, showed up.
Okay, so what happened?
So, the Titan cameraman crushed two toilets in front of him. It caused him to get super angry. He started shooting lasers out of his eyes at the Titan. But a rocket toilet suddenly appeared and crashed into the shield, causing so much damage that the Titan had to retreat.
So the Skibidi Toilets won the war?
Well, they were on the verge of winning, but a new species of heads joined the Alliance to fight alongside the cameramen. They're just like them, but they have speakers as heads. They are considered stronger because they can blast music from their heads that cooks up the Skibidi Toilets. But remember, the toilets always come back bigger and stronger.
So wait, why wouldn't they send their biggest and strongest the first time?
Well, think about it. All warfare is based on deception. If they send their strongest soldiers first, they'll be giving up their hand too soon. For example, when the speakerman showed up, a Titan speakerman also came with them. It's a giant speaker, but it has an arm cannon that basically made the Skibidi Toilets useless. The Alliance was back to winning the war.
So what did the toilets do?
Well, the Skibidi Toilets found a way to hit back harder. In episode 30, we've discovered something extremely shocking. The toilets captured two cameramen and held them hostage across from each other. A boss toilet suddenly came into the room and deployed a bioweapon on one of them. It was a Skibidi Toilet that was small and looked weak, but it had a unique ability. It infected one of the cameramen, which caused it to start attacking his friend. They then unleashed this bioweapon on the battlefield, infecting several Alliance members, including the Titan Speakerman.
So the Skibidi Toilets, they keep getting stronger, but yet they still lose?
Well, remember, there's a theory that the virus came from the future, and to stop it, scientists from the future are sending these entities back. This actually makes sense because after the Titan Speakerman was infected by the Skibidi Toilets, the Alliance got their hands on a weapon called the Disabler. This could heal the infected Alliance members, and their goal was to use it on the Titan Speakerman.
Well, did they do it?
So, they attached the weapon to a laser tank and strolled it into battle. The Titan Speakerman was atop a high-rise, surrounded by an army of Skibidi Toilets. They aimed the weapon at the Titan and fired a shot, but it failed. An upgraded version of G-Man suddenly appeared and blocked the shot, which destroyed the tank.
Wait, where's the Titan cameraman?
So, the Alliance had a hidden laboratory. It was used as a shelter against the Skibidi Toilets. It's also a place where they conduct research, but even upgrade their soldiers. But it was taking too long to repair him, so they had to go in battle without him.
Wait, why wouldn't they just wait?
Well, they couldn't. The Titan Speakerman was destroying everything. They had to stop him. But after the laser tank was destroyed, the Alliance lost all hope and nearly lost the war. This time they had heads that were TVs.
So then who's the strongest in Skibidi Toilet?
The strongest is the TV men.
Wait, they even have TV heads?
Yeah, remember after the Skibidi Toilets destroyed the laser tank, the TV men showed up. They're another species of hardware heads. They show up when the cameramen and speakermen need help. But the reason they're so strong is because of their unique abilities. They can hypnotize the Skibidi Toilets. This makes it so they can't fight back.
So let me guess, they got a super TV.
Bro, this isn't Sonic, but yes, it's called Titan TV Man, but he's much different from the others. During a battle with the Skibidi Toilets, 3 stereocopters came in and combined with the Titan. It upgraded it to an even stronger version called Cinema Man.
Okay, so then how did the Skibidi Toilets respond?
Well, listen, after the Cinema Man was created, the infected Titan Speaker Man showed up to battle him, but he quickly learned that was a bad idea. Cinema Man tore off one of his superstructures, causing him to retreat. He chased after him, but G-Man showed up, along with some of his best fighters. They were able to bring down Cinema Man and try and infect him. But TV men have the ability to teleport. The Cinema Man used this ability to escape before getting infected.
Well, then who's the weakest in Skibidi Toilet?
So it was the cameraman, but now it's gotten controversial.
Dude, this is so dumb. Like, what do you mean?
So the Alliance found themselves in trouble. The sirens were blaring. Cameramen and speakermen were all fleeing. The Skibidi Toilets found their hidden laboratory and formed an all-out attack on their base. Some of their strongest soldiers were present, causing massive damage, but even casualties. All hope was lost. It seemed like the Skibidi Toilets would breach the inner facility and win the war. But remember, someone always shows up to save the day.
Let me guess, a Super Saiyan cameraman.
No, so the Skibidi Toilets could taste victory on their toilet lips and started to sing their anthem. But it was interrupted by a flying sound that came overhead. The Titan cameraman joined the battle.
So they fixed him.
They did, but he's even better. He got several upgrades, making him more powerful than the Cinema Man.
I can't follow that. So I thought the Cinema Man was the strongest.
Well, listen to these upgrades. His jetpack is better. His left forearm is now a railgun. He has a hammer that he can smash toilets with, and his armor is basically invincible. But he's even a Jedi now. He has a gravity gun installed in his arm. He soloed the entire Skibidi Toilet army that was attacking their base.
Well, let's be honest, G-Man would still cook him up. When is this toilet war gonna be over?
Well, with the upgraded Titan cameraman now on the battlefield, the Alliance gained an edge needed to win the war. But remember, the toilets always come back bigger and stronger, and that's because of the scientist Skibidi Toilet.
Wait, they added a scientist toilet.
He's actually one of the most important characters in the series. He's responsible for all the technology and weapons that the toilets have. He created the parasite that can infect the Alliance members. Without him, they wouldn't have the Titan Speakerman fighting for them.
Bro, you just told me that the upgraded cameraman was the strongest. Couldn't he just cook up the infected Speakerman?
Well, listen, the scientist toilet is the smartest in all of the Skibidi Toilet universe, so he was able to upgrade the Titan Speakerman, which gave him even more weapons and abilities, but also the urge to go on the offense. He then went on a rampage, destroying every Alliance member. But then the upgraded Titan cameraman showed up.
So what, they're gonna 1v1 like Mortal Kombat?
Well, the Titan cameraman stared at the speaker man and wagged his finger, no more, which pissed him off. So he started to fire his railgun right at the cameraman, but he was too strong. So G-Man and a Strider Skibidi Toilet showed up to help, but even all three were no match. The Titan cameraman got the Titan speaker man down to his knees. That's when suddenly a TV woman showed up and disinfected him.
Bro, my boy Speakerman is free.
So the Skibidi Toilet War is almost over.
So it's not endless.
Well, listen, right after the Titan speaker man was disinfected, he looked around confused, but that turned into anger quickly. He finally realized all the damage he had caused and was filled with regret. The Skibidi Toilets basically made him into a slave, and the more and more he realized that, he couldn't hold back.
So something snapped inside of him.
Yeah, he went on a rampage destroying every Skibidi toilet in sight. But the Titans aren't even the biggest threat now.
Like, what are they gonna add? A cosmic entity?
No, listen. The Alliance sent a spy behind enemy lines. They were monitoring G-Man when they saw something they weren't supposed to. And Astro Toilet had become increasingly annoyed that the Skibidi Toilets had lost their infected Titan, but also lost several battles in a row. It blamed it all on G-Man, so it created a plan to assassinate him.
Dude, they can't kill off G-Man.
Well, when the Astro Toilet confronted G-Man, he let him know all his frustrations. G-Man was not happy and started to get angry, but getting him angry was part of the Astro Toilet's plan. Another Astro Toilet showed up behind him and grabbed his head. He then took out a spinning sword that was attached to his arm. He was going to stab him right in the head, but suddenly, the scientist Skibidi Toilet showed up and blew off his arm, saving G-Man. The Skibidi Toilet just got bigger.
What do you mean it's already big?
Well, when you get billions of views in just a matter of months, you get wiki pages, fan-made animations, but even fan-made games. One of the most popular games on Roblox right now is called Toilet Tower Defense.
Wait, I'm pretty sure the creator made them take that down.
Yeah, it did, but fans are saying they're not sure why. They said all his models are pre-made and that all his other assets come from different people. But the key to it getting bigger is because of content creators. When the rebellion on G-Man failed, it brought the toilets closer together than ever before. But the Alliance thought there was trouble in paradise for the Skibidi Toilets. There was a group of cameramen and speakermen hanging out in a city that they had just captured. They were relaxed and having fun when suddenly an explosion happened. An army of Skibidi Toilets started rushing towards them. A black cloud appeared in the sky. They all thought that the Titan TV man was coming to save them, but it wasn't. It was the scientist Skibidi Toilet.
Wait, so he bamboozled them?
Yeah, but that's not it. He also created several upgrades, including a new toilet, a geeky Jesus Skibidi Toilet. Look.
Bro, wait, why does it look like Charlie?
Skibidi Toilet's about to give us exactly what we want.
Dude, are they coming to Netflix?
No, listen. After the scientists upgraded the toilet army, they unleashed chaos on an Alliance stronghold.
Bro, what are you yapping about?
Let me finish. The first toilet that G-Man sent in was a giant vacuum toilet. It was destroying everything in its path. Cameramen, speakermen, but even small Skibidi Toilets were being sucked up into its oven that has buzzsaws. It seemed like it was easily going to defeat the Alliance army. But
someone always saves the day.
Yeah. Titan speakerman and cameraman flew into action. The Titan cameraman took out his hammer and smashed the vacuum toilet's head. He then stared at G-Man like he was ready to mess him up. Normally, G-Man would retreat with a frustrated look on his face, but this time, something different happened.
What, like he fought back?
No, G-Man still retreated, but he had a creepy smile on his face. He left behind a couple upgraded toilets in the battle. After all the toilets were destroyed, the Titan cameraman looked at the POV cameraman and gave him a thumbs up, which makes the Titan speakerman angry.
Why? They just won.
Well, when the Titan speakerman got infected, it's because he had his guard down when he was looking at the POV cameraman. So he got mad because he didn't want it to happen again. They both focused up and flew off after G-Man. So everything we knew about Skibidi Toilet is wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, listen. After the Titans destroyed G-Man's army, they chased after him. But before they flew off, there was a warning. During the battle, there was a sign that had a secret message on it.
Wait, what did it say?
It said trap.
Oh, that's why G-Man was smiling.
Well, G-Man did lead them to a large group of Skibidi Toilets, including the scientists. But when the Titans showed up, everyone but G-Man retreated. G-Man was left to battle the Titans all on his own. This obviously made him angry, so he started firing his lasers at the Titans. But the Titans were unfazed and began to fight back. The Titan speakerman jumped on his head and stabbed his eyes with his knives. Then Titan cameraman cooked him up with fire.
Bro, they did G-Man dirty.
Oh, listen. This is when we learn why the sign said trap. After they defeated G-Man, they noticed something super strange. There was a different Skibidi Toilet inside G-Man's head. It was a decoy for what happened next.
The real one showed up.
No, a group of giant Skibidi bombs fell from the sky right on top of Titan cameraman. The explosion was so big that it blew off one of his arms and badly damaged the rest of his armor. He's not going to be able to fight anymore. We know this because because instead of giving a thumbs up to the POV cameraman, he gave a thumbs down. But listen to this. When a Titan gets seriously injured, it's a sign that a new and improved character is on its way.
Who was even left?
There's a theory that it's either upgraded Titan TV Man or the secret agent.
So then the secret agent is good.
Well, the secret agent is a mysterious character. We've only seen him a handful of times. When we do, he's either watching the Alliance alone or when they're battling the Skibidi Toilets. But fans believe that it's Defuk himself, which makes sense because he looks exactly like his profile picture. This also means he's responsible for the Skibidi Toilet virus.
I mean, if he created them, he could just destroy them.
Well, some people say that when he created the Skibidi Toilets, he did not expect them to get as strong as they have. Now all that he can do to help is either leave clues or give equipment to the Alliance, but they're not stronger than him.
Okay, so then why would they think that?
Well, when the Skibidi bombs dropped on top of the Titan cameraman, there was a red car that you could see right by the explosion. For a moment, you could actually see the secret agent in it, but he was completely untouched, which means he's strong enough to cook up the entire toilet army. But he isn't. He's just sitting back watching the Alliance and the Skibidi Toilets fight to the death. He's actually evil. The end of Skibidi Toilet is almost here.
Wait, why?
So listen, after the bombs fell on the Titans, the Alliance found a Skibidi Toilet stronghold, but the Titans couldn't help. So this forced the top Alliance members to group together and plan their attack. When they arrived at the toilet base, they were met with heavy fire from the Skibidi army, but they sliced right through it. So a second wave of giant toilets started to attack, but the female Alliance members quickly cooked them up, including the TV woman.
Dude, no one's stopping TV woman.
Well, it wasn't over. The entire Skibidi Toilet army teleported in with the scientists. Everything went into chaos mode, and the Alliance had to retreat, but they needed help.
So if the Titans are gone and TV woman can't do it, then who's gonna help?
So remember, TV men have the ability to teleport themselves and anything they're touching. They teleported out as many Alliance members as they could back to their base. When they got there, they could see several TV men, including a new version. It was wearing a white lab coat that told the POV cameraman that this place remains confidential. Right after that, a big door opens up and we see a bright light coming from a giant TV.
Titan TV man.
Yeah, and we can hear him say, "Just wait," which means he's almost upgraded and ready for the final battle.
Wait, what do you mean a final battle?
Well, listen, after some time, the Alliance sent out a scout group. They were surveying the battlefield at the Skibidi Toilet stronghold. As they drove through the scene, we could see pure destruction, fires and bodies everywhere. They started to approach the entrance of the Skibidi base, when suddenly they were attacked by a giant toilet with an acid weapon. One of the scouts got instantly cooked up, and the POV cameraman was next, but he survived.
Bro, how?
So right when the acid weapon was pointed at the POV cameraman, the giant Skibidi Toilet was attacked by the Titans. They made quick work of the remaining Skibidi soldiers, but this time by the scientist Skibidi Toilet.
So the final battle is the Titans versus the scientists.
Skibidi Toilets are about to win.
It's a 2v1, man. It's two Titans versus the scientists.
Well, listen, the final battle has begun, but it doesn't turn out the way you think it would.
Okay, so then what happens?
So when the scientist Toilet arrived to block the Titans from advancing, they knew they had the numbers advantage, so they started to attack immediately. Titan Speakerman used his laser blaster and hit the scientist directly in his face, but he didn't flinch.
He's literally the Bill Nye of toilets.
Well, it was just getting started. The Titans started to tag team the scientist, but he kept taking out new weapons that neutralized their attacks. He then started to go on the offensive, blasting Titan Speakerman so hard that he couldn't fight anymore. Titan Cameraman was the last hope. He pulls out his buzzsaw and starts cooking up the scientist, but his attack was interrupted.
By what?
By G-Man.
Wait, he's alive.
Yeah, the one that got cooked up was an imposter. But this is where it gets sad. G-Man flies into battle with all sorts of new upgrades. He uses his new laser beam and hits the Titan Cameraman right in the back. The blast is so big that it knocks him to his knees, making him vulnerable to the scientist's new weapon. He reveals a TV behind a speaker box and starts to mind control the Titan. He forces him to use his own buzzsaw against himself.
Bro, where is TV Man? By the time he shows up, GTA 6 will already be out.
This is the greatest comeback in history.
I mean, I don't watch sports.
No, I'm talking about Skibidi Toilet.
Dude, stop.
Remember, the final battle is happening, and it's going poorly for the Titans. G-Man cooked up the Titan Speaker Man, and the scientists got mind control over the Titan Cameraman. He was forcing him to buzzsaw his head off. We thought this was the end.
But someone always saves the day.
Exactly. Titan Speaker Man gathered enough energy to get off the ground. He ran over to the Titan Cameraman and stopped him from buzzing his head off. But this made the scientists angry. He turned the cameraman onto the Speaker Man. He easily knocked him down to the ground and was holding him there. He was about to end his existence.
I mean, let's be honest, the man was weak.
Well, right before he was going to be erased, a knife flew through the air, knocking into the scientist's TV. This released the cameraman from his mind control. The scientist looked shocked and confused when suddenly a black cloud appeared. This means someone was teleporting in.
Titan TV Man.
Yeah, but upgraded to the max. He stepped out of the cloud with his Optimus Prime sword and immediately attacked the scientist. He sliced right through all his tech and buried his sword right into his skull. He then used his core to cook him up, but there was no blood.
Wait, the man had shadow clones.
Yeah, basically. People are saying that the real scientist is controlling him from a hidden base.
Wait, so then what about G-Man? Is he real?
Well, he took off the moment he saw Titan TV Man. So another battle is definitely coming. Skibidi Toilet has taught me the true meaning of sacrifice.
Bro, what are you on?
No, just listen. Remember, the Titan TV Man just cooked up the scientists. This gave the Alliance a boost of confidence, including the other Titans. We even see them get back up to pay their respects to the Titan TV Man. But their joyous reunion was short-lived. 3 G-Man clones showed up, ready to battle. But the Titan TV Man didn't hesitate and lunged right at them with his Optimus Prime blade and started slashing. The damaged Titans slowly started following, almost like they weren't needed.
I mean, they might as well go home. Titan TV Man's gonna solo everyone.
Yeah, probably, but right when they left to go help, the secret agent appeared and talked directly to the POV cameraman. He said, "Look to the left." As the cameraman looked, he noticed the gate to the bunker was open. He jetpacked towards it, and the other Alliance members followed right behind him. But the gate was starting to close. That's when a large speaker man sacrificed himself by holding up the gate, allowing the other Alliance members to get inside.
So did the Titan TV Man win?
Well, yeah, but how he did it is the incredible part. He showcased several new abilities that make him truly the king of the Skibidi universe.
What are even his new abilities?
Well, besides the Optimus Prime blade, he's able to use energy output from Skibidi lasers to increase his own power. His TV monitors can now detach and chase the Skibidi toilets. His main monitor has lasers strong enough to even cook up G-Man's clones. He also has a defense mechanism against parasite toilets. It fries them up even if they try. But the best move is what he did to the buzzsaw G-Man. He used his teleport ability to slash off the buzzsaws and skewer him right into his head.
Oh, they're literally introducing fatality.
Yeah, sure. But during the battle, someone was watching.
The secret agent.
No, it was actually a UFO toilet. Remember, they tried to assassinate G-Man but failed. Now they're watching the G-Man clones get cooked up, which means they might be planning another uprise within the Skibidi ranks.
Wait, what about the camera heads in the bunker?
Well, it was a group of elite cameramen and speakermen, basically the Navy SEALs of the Alliance. They were tasked with finding out what exactly the toilets were hiding down there. What they found was super unexpected.
Wait, they found Pokemon.
No. As they were exploring the hallways, they noticed all the doors were locked. But for some reason, one of the cameramen had the ability to unlock them.
So he's a double agent.
Well, he used a green bolt just like the secret agent. So either the secret agent hooked him up, or he is a traitor. But as they were exploring more of the hallways, they noticed a forklift toilet taking a container somewhere. They chased after it and noticed a conveyor belt of toilets getting acid canisters put on them. This is bad news because the Alliance doesn't have protection against this acid.
How do they even get acid?
Well, the Skibidi Toilets literally have the master chemists, Walter White and Jesse. The Skibidi Toilets are about to lose.
You always say this.
No, I'm serious this time. Remember, there were elite members of the Alliance in the Skibidi Toilet headquarters, trying to hunt down scientists. They've now reached the bottom of the base using the elevator. When the door opened, they were immediately met by several Skibidi Toilets. They quickly demolished them and started looking around. They noticed that the room wasn't normal. It looked like a prison.
A prison?
Yeah. The walls were lined with cells that were secured by big metal doors. As they walked past them, they could see inside. They noticed there were various Skibidi Toilets in them, but also there were human skeleton remains laying on the floor wearing white lab coats.
Then they were experiments.
Yeah, we learned the base was once a human building where they performed dangerous experiments. The Skibidi Toilet race is the product of one of these experiments going wrong. But that's not even the craziest part. As they got to the end of the hallway, they entered a big room and were immediately attacked by a mutant Skibidi Toilet. Luckily, the Plunger Man had a new weapon and quickly disposed of them. But this tipped off the rest of the toilets, including Michael Jackson.
Like the Michael Jackson. Like,
yes, a Michael Jackson Skibidi Toilet started chasing them. He cooked up two poor little cameramans before they could escape. Outside the bunker, the Alliance reinforcements have now arrived with all sorts of new gear.
what happened to the camera heads in the base?
Well, after escaping Michael Jackson, their hunt for the scientists continued. As they were exploring the halls, they noticed a door that wasn't like the others. As they entered, they started panning and looking at the walls. They noticed a poster. It showed several scientists shaking the hand of a man in a black suit. It was announcing a new admin of the laboratory.
Oh wait, the secret agent.
Yes, this is why he's helping the Alliance. He's trying to fix his mistakes, but it comes at great cost for the Alliance. The elite group was only down to 2 members, the Dark Speaker Man and Plunger Man. They continued exploring the hallways when suddenly they heard the voice of the secret agent coming from a room. They approached and looked inside, and what they noticed was the secret agent talking to the scientist toilet. They immediately got ready to attack.
Bro, there's no way they're gonna take down Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Well, they immediately signaled out to the Alliance, and to save them time, they used every ounce of energy left they had to keep the scientists from escaping. At first, it didn't seem like they would be successful. The scientists quickly snapped the Dark Speaker Man in half and blasted the Plunger Man into critical condition. But right when he was about to make his escape, reinforcements arrived, including our beloved Titans. They snatched him up and beat him into a bloody pulp, ending his run for good. G-Man is no longer the GOAT.
Wait, he's back?
Well, while the Alliance was battling the scientists, there was a battalion regrouping outside the Skibidi headquarters. They were attending to their injured when suddenly the ground beneath them started to shake. 2 large doors began to open that were hidden beneath the desert landscape. Then we see an upgraded version of G-Man raise out of the ground. He quickly cooks up the battalion and jets off.
So they left the scientists to get cooked up?
Well, he was escorting the scientists' last experiment to their new base. But on his way there, he was stopped in his tracks by the Claw Astro Toilet. He had been following him for some time, waiting for the perfect time to strike.
So the toilets are fighting each other now?
Well, he said to G-Man that no one escapes justice, meaning G-Man broke the Skibidi Toilet code, and the Astro Toilet is acting as the law. But this upset G-Man. He immediately started to attack. He charged up his cannons and blasted away, but the Astro Toilet blocked his attack, and the battle began. They exchanged blows back and forth until the Astro Toilet got the upper hand, telling G-Man that it was over. But he had a trick up his sleeve. He created 2 energy balls and shot them at him. The Astro Toilet caught them, but they were equipped with a special energy that gave G-Man control of his arms. He began to cook himself up right to the edge of defeat, but someone always saves the day.
Wait, the Titans are on G-Man's suit.
No, it was the General Astro Toilet. The man looks like he came from the future. He's definitely the king of the Skibidi Toilet universe. Just look at him.